Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Badbananawizard and we are playing the Cat Lady. Creepy things happened. And creepy things continue to happen. The lonely seashore. Yeah. I feel like we made a decision that,
How did I get back here?
yeah, that's a good question. I feel like we made a bad decision, possibly, by pissing off the old creepy crazy lady of unknown who's and what's, and apparently we can't go that way, so come on out of the closet there, lady. And there's my buddy again. Well, look at it. That's me. Search my pockets again. Nothing there. I feel like there's gonna be something in my pockets later on, eventually. Kind of what things are hinting towards. Man. This game. This really isn't a game. Per se. It's just a movie, pretty much, that's just so far immersing you by giving you interactive ability. It makes you feel like the choices are yours and not really, you know, played out by a cinematic endeavor. Having difficulty with words at the moment. Very pretty atmosphere though. Really well drawn. I like how everything looks. Oh, the crowbar. Okay. Let's go in here. Thump 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 thump. Crowbar use. Let's see what this does. Oh, there's a big bloody gaping hole. Examine. Emergency power switch dangerous. Dark inside. Blood all around it. Reach inside. Why not? Yeah. I kind of expected that to happen. Nice. Now I've lost my arm. Okay, so the door closed. And funky music's going on. Really interesting! So the machine works because there's blood on it. Okay. So then the door opens. Okay. A quick hello to the person that made the music. So this is the beginning. Or is it the end? That'd be really bad if this was the end. Really creepy. Really cool. Really weird. What's going on? It's a very neat way to involve the credits. Kind of expected her arm to be chopped. Couldn't say that was not obviously coming. That is really good music, actually. It's an interesting part. So, the game truly begins, I assume. Interesting. It'd be kind of awkward if the game ended now. It's really interesting. It's kind of cinematic, like it is a movie or TV show with the music style and the way things were going. It's really neat. And darkness and silence. And roll the chapter. Bum, 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 bum. Chapter 2. Congratulations. You can count. Second first
Yes, I do enjoy fine art. Thank you for noticing. There's a certain raw beauty to it that modern painters often fail to recreate. I always wanted to be an artist myself, but it'll be a long time before I can call myself that. I often say that patrons are my canvas, but my job is more about restoration, obviously. I look at the damaged human minds and bring them back to their former beauty. I'm sorry, I'm probably boring you.
No, it's not that.
Psychiatrist boring you.
It's been a difficult couple of days. I'd really like to go home.
Of course, and go home you will. As soon as we've done this little assessment, okay, you probably know.
Why is it lagging?
How it works. I've read in your file you used to be a nurse.
Computer.
Yes.
Why do you do this?
I know very well how it works. You want to check if I'm nuts.
Yes. Bonkers. Betty.
Well, I
Crazy.
wouldn't use that expression, obviously. But yes, we have to make sure you're safe and figure out how to help you. Also, as a nurse yourself, you know there's always paperwork involved. These forms won't fill themselves. Honestly, Susan, you have nothing to worry about. This is just a formality. I could tell straight away that you are not nuts.
Fine.
Nuts.
What would you like to know? I will answer all your questions. Then I'll go home, take a long shower, and catch up on sleep.
Wonderful.
Yes,
Let's
tell him
see
every
then.
single plan.
Where do we begin?
He's not creepy at all. So I assume this is the past. In her real
She's awake,
life
Doctor.
and her living.
Good evening. It's good to see you awake at last. You're in the Cedar Lake Hospital. My name is
Okay.
Andrew. I'm one of the doctors. Would you confirm your name
Hello,
for me,
Andrew.
please?
Ignore him or tell him my name. I can't remember. That sounds like a good one.
CT scan didn't show any permanent damage to your brain. I'd assume you still feel a bit confused. Your body went through a massive shock. You should soon be able to
Tell me
remember
my
everything.
arm got cut off.
Maybe after you've got some sleep, we could talk again. You need plenty
Weird
of rest.
to encounter
Susan.
real people.
Your memory
in
will come back
afterlife,
soon.
quote unquote.
The nurses on this ward will take it from here. Please let them know if you need anything. Please, don't try to speak.
Okay.
What did you say? Don't worry, Mrs. Ashworth. Your arm is fine. No. There was nothing wrong with your arm, darling. Now calm down.
Would you like me to get
Interesting,
you some
didn't know
water?
her name.
Let me get you a drink. I'll be back in a second.
Really strange. Now it's turned into a mystery. This game's very weird. Very weird. It's from one side to another, yanked thematically? I don't know what to say. Yanked drastically
I'm sorry, Susan.
from
Did I
one
wake
environment
you?
to
I
another.
have to take your blood pressure. 2 seconds and I'm gone. My name is Liz, by the way. Hi.
Hello there.
I'm sorry. I know this isn't very nice. Believe me, I hate waking people up just for this. But being a nuisance is part of my stupid job, unfortunately. Oof, I hate this place. Tell you what, Susan. Can I call you Susan? So anyway, I shouldn't say it, but you know I'm going to anyway. You are so
You're
lucky.
really chatty.
It's crazy. You doing what you done, and her walking in, seeing what she saw. That was a chance. 1 in a million. I'm not making any
What are
sense
you
again, am
talking
I?
about?
I'm tired. They're working us to death here, you know. Modern day slavery. One day I'll tell them what I really think. I swear I will. And here it is. You've got the blood pressure of an 18-year-old. Just wanted to say you're
Fantastic.
lucky, I think. And that I hope you've changed your mind about some things. Got to go, but I'll see you later. You take care, sweetheart, yeah?
Okay. More shadiness. Someone saw her with their arm cut off and run into her. Chances 1 in a million. I assume it's the crazy old lady that offered us things that saved us, quote unquote. Gonna try to use us. Us, her, whatever you want to say. Okay. Is that awkward at all? Not at all. Okay. Wow. Yeah. About that.
Bad dream?
Yeah, you could say that. I don't trust you. It's interesting that there's multiple choices. It's very much a point-and-click adventure. But not really pointing and clicking, but clicking keys and directing sort of thing.
So, you don't want to talk about it? Don't worry, I understand. No. Sometimes it's easier not to talk. To keep it to yourself.
Yep, exactly.
I feel like that here sometimes. A lot, actually. As soon as you open your mouth, you realize that
extremely buddy-buddy.
They might pretend
so
they
cool
do,
with you.
but you can tell by the eyes. Eyes will always give you away. My nan used to say that. The thing is, I don't care anymore. I'm just playing a game now. Like everyone else. Just playing a game.
Me too. I'm playing a game.
What was your name again?
I forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? I always do that. So sorry, Susan. My name is Elizabeth. But you can call me Liz, like everyone else.
You're here a lot. Every time I open my eyes, I see you.
They make auxiliaries do crazy hours here. Seriously, I feel like I've got no life sometimes.
Let's look at the clock. It's 10 after 10. Might be a good thing.
To be honest,
to
I keep coming here to hide. Please don't give me away. I just want to rest my legs for 2 minutes, that's all.
What happened to me?
Well, how much do you remember?
I took some pills, and I fell asleep in the chair. I remember how the room kept spinning around me slowly. I felt so calm, and then...
Which choice? Which choice?
All of a sudden, I was on the field of barley. It was great at first. I felt happy. I was free. But it soon got worse. There was this tunnel, but there was no light at the end of it, only darkness. Then I got lost in the woods. There was my dead body hanged on the tree, a burning car, and a crow, and a deer. I heard something behind the trees, but I didn't dare to look. Then I found the house. The old woman who lived there.
Oh, she's gonna tell her everything.
I think she was Death. Or maybe she was the devil. I'm not sure. She said they call her the Queen of Maggots. She said I should go back, gave me another chance. And so, here I am. Weird dream, eh?
Maybe it wasn't a dream. I really believe in that sort of stuff. It's not impossible.
It felt real, but
she's really
it
quiet
was just
too.
a dream. Can you now tell me who found me and what happened?
Well, your body went into a coma. You were lucky she came home and found you. I told you that before.
What? Who found me?
Your daughter, of course. She called an
What?
ambulance.
My daughter?
If it wasn't for her, you'd sure be dead now, Susan.
My daughter?
Yes. Why? Why'd you look so pale all of a sudden, Susan?
I don't have a daughter. Whoever she is, she lied.
But why would she do that?
How should I know? I was in a coma, apparently.
Interesting.
So she lied. It doesn't change the fact that you owe her your life.
I was fine. I didn't ask for any help.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Very interesting.
How long have I been here?
I was told you arrived
And is
at
her
the
arm
hospital
cut
at
off?
7 in the evening. You had a cardiac arrest in the ambulance. They had to resuscitate you. Your heart stopped beating for nearly a minute, but they managed to bring you back. You went to the intensive care unit, where they gave you a dose of antidote and pumped your stomach. As soon as your condition was stable, they brought you on this ward. It's called Dime Ward. I call it Die Ward, because all the patients who come here want to die. It's a suicide watch unit. That's why it's so strict. You have to be careful. Nurses here are trigger happy with the sedatives.
That's good to know.
When will they let me go home?
I'm not sure. Probably not today. Maybe tomorrow. Look, I shouldn't say that, but you seem like a nice person. I feel like I should warn you. There's this doctor here. They call him Dr. X. He's a chief of psychiatry in this hospital. You won't be able to go home until he's talked to you, and he's really good at getting into your head. You know what I'm saying? He will ask you a lot of tricky questions.
That's good to know.
But he's a really great guy. You should trust him.
Oh, okay. Sure, why not?
Did you see this
daughter
This
is a good question.
No, sorry, Susan. Apparently she came in the ambulance with you, but then she remembered something and had to go. I think someone mentioned she went in quite a hurry.
Remembered something and had to go.
Of course she did. She was worried I'd ask her what she was doing in my flat.
Saving your life?
Do I really have to give her a benefit of the doubt just because of that?
One would assume so. That girl is a hero. Maybe real heroes always leave before their identity is revealed.
Or
yeah, of
she
course.
was a burglar, attempting to steal from me.
That's a possibility too. Have you got anything very precious in your flat?
Maybe.
It's a good question. For someone that wanted to die.
Tell me more about this Dr. X.
His name is Xavier Zellman, but everyone just calls him Dr. X.
It's a good reason to call him Dr. X then.
Usually late in the afternoon or in the evening. I personally really like him. But you hear all sorts of stories in a place like this, you know. I don't know what to believe anymore.
I'd say you'd hear some stories.
He's been very friendly and supportive. Some doctors won't even say hello to you. But Dr. X usually stops and asks how I am. He knows I have some problems. He can see I'm not happy here. He actually offered me some free weekly sessions. I think I might take him up on his offer.
What are they saying about him?
Oh yeah, they say he's a big flirt. Nurses, cleaners, patients. He doesn't care, as long as they're wearing a skirt. One girl I knew, Linda,
That's good to know.
I heard they had an affair. Stupid girl. Well, she left, and I never saw her again. Now why do you think that is? Dr. X got her knocked up. They covered it up and quietly got rid of her. Probably paid her some money. I don't know how these things work, but it must have been enough to shut her up. I bet he'll be more careful now. But I can't really say a bad word about him, personally. Well, one thing. Maybe. Don't laugh, okay?
Normally when someone says don't laugh,
He's got a weird
it's not
smell.
funny.
What do you mean?
He smells funny. I don't know. Maybe it's just bad aftershave. Or maybe it's something he eats.
Maybe he smells like maggots.
Thanks for the
Dum,
warning.
dum, dum.
I'll try not to get too close to him.
Now that I think about it, there's something else too. I'll tell you this, Susan.
Something else.
He starts talking to you, and you just open up and tell him everything. It's very odd. I don't exactly hide things from people, but he got some really private stuff out of me. Really private. You know what I mean? Things I wouldn't tell my
This
mother
is
about.
interesting. This
And we haven't
doctor
even
might be
started
one
the
of the
session yet.
parasites?
So, be prepared for that.
Sure. But it's a bit too late for me to hide how I feel now anyway. I think I made it very clear when I swallowed those pills. Tell me something more about yourself.
Me? I'm a nobody. I'm just a hard-working girl. We all have to pay our bills somehow, right? I rent a room not far from here. There are 2 other girls living in the house. One is an auxiliary nurse, like me. She's always sick. The other one is a stripper. At least I think so. She's never home.
At least I think so.
Maybe she works at night, like you.
Yeah, but I don't leave for work wearing red stockings and heels, do I?
No, you're right. You're a real nurse, not some man's fantasy of one.
I used to do all that for my boyfriend. You know, dress up as a sexy nurse and all. Well, I did it just once, really. He didn't like it.
And you're saying how the doctor makes you open up? You're opening up to some random coma patient, lady.
Broke up with me last Valentine's Day. Of all the days, he chose that one, eh? He never told me why, but
yeah.
I don't care anymore.
If you don't care anymore, then why'd you just tell me about it, lady?
Tired. Let me sleep now.
Women.
I'll see you again.
Only
Be careful who you
kidding.
trust here, Susan.
Only
They
kidding.
will be watching you.
How do I know you're not
They'll
one
be
of
watching
them?
me.
You don't.
Hmm.
But do I really look like
Awkward.
a bad person to you?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I'll see you tonight. Remember what I said. Dreams are just dreams. But when they turn into nightmares, it's good to have someone there to pinch your arm and wake you up, right?
That'd be nice.
We'll
So it's
start
going
with a little
back to
chat about
this.
your childhood. I want
So
you
is
to
this
be
the
as
Dr. X
honest
person?
as possible.
It was just doing
It's
some foreshadowing.
important if we want to get to the bottom of your problem. Count to 10 and tell me when you're ready, Susan.
Okay. Dr. X. What's 2?
This isn't
Okay,
all
ready.
about whether you're nuts or not, like we said before. It's about finding what has caused how you're feeling now and creating a working solution. In order to achieve that, I need to get to know you better. Can we talk about your childhood first? Your parents. When you're a child, your life revolves around them. What was your father like? Did you have a good relationship with him?
I get to choose. So, if I get this right, what has happened so far is I got lonely, took pills, went into a coma, apparently. In the coma, I had these crazy hallucinations about these things that were happening in these parasites and stuff that was told to me about these specific 5 people or so. And in the coma, blew out a candle and had a vision of someone hanging themselves. And then went to some machine, poked my hand through a wall, got my arm chopped off, door closed on me, spilled blood on that machine, it started doing something, ran out, and then woke up out of the coma. And so now we're here, back in the real world. So as far as I can tell, that's what's happened so far. So, I had a great dad, he wasn't a good father to me, or I was brought up without a father. That's interesting, I get to choose her past. Interesting. I
Yeah,
had a great dad.
I had a great dad. I have very fond
awkward
memories
eyes.
of my father. He was always there for me, no matter what I did. He never got angry or upset. I suppose I never really gave him any reasons to be. I was a good child. Not perfect.
Either that man was really big, or she
then
was
again, no one's
a midget when
perfect.
she was young.
Whatever made me try to kill myself,
Because
it
that's
definitely
the
has
hands of
nothing
an
to do with
infant
him.
compared to
Where
that
is he
big
now?
man's hand. But
He died
whatever.
6 years ago. Cancer.
Do you miss him?
Of course I miss him. How can you even ask me that?
Of course.
It's my job to ask these questions, Susan. Let's talk about your mother now. What was she like? Would you care to tell me about her?
Mother. Wonderful, she was horrible. I lost her when I was still a child.
I lost her when I
Let's
was
do
still
that
a child.
So you were brought up by a single dad. What
Sure, why
happened
not?
to your mother?
She...
Yeah, let's go with the crazy route.
One night, my parents had this horrible fight. I listened to it while lying in bed, forcing myself to go to sleep. It went on forever. And then, all of a sudden, there was silence. I kept hoping everything was okay, but I still couldn't sleep. I had this feeling, you know, that something wasn't right. And then I heard this horrible bang that echoed through the house.
That didn't quite echo, but understandable of what happened.
My legs felt like rubber. I went to the living room and saw the cellar door was wide open. For some reason, I already knew what happened. I just didn't want to believe it. We had a gun in the house. A rifle. It was in a box on top of the wardrobe, so I couldn't reach it. I wasn't even supposed to know about it, but I did. And at that moment, as I stood there on top of the stairs, I knew it was the rifle that fired. My father came out of the cellar. He looked like a ghost. Then he said something he would regret forever. He said, "Go and see what your mummy did." I could see tears rolling down his face. I stood there, paralyzed, and he shouted at me and said, "Just look at your fucking mother, will you?" So I did. I never should have listened to him. I still see her today when I close my eyes.
You certainly had a very traumatic childhood, Susan. I'm sorry. I can only try to understand what it feels like to lose a parent. But it's clear to me that your problems are rooted deep in your childhood. That's enough about your parents for now. Let's take 2 minutes, and we will talk about something else.
Interesting.
I need to get out of this place. I hate hospitals. Besides, I really want to go home and forget all about this.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? What do you got here? A band. Up on hospital wristband. Name, date, person, hospital number. Use. Yeah, probably can't. Let's look at your bed. Lie down. Why not? It's probably the only thing you can do. Whoop! Skip that. Try it again. What did that say? I don't want to sleep here, I'm not tired. Anyway, okay, good. Good. Glad I didn't skip something important. Let's look at the pillow. Many people have died with their heads on it. Oh, nice. Sure been washed many times since then, but it still sends a chill down my spine. Could think about it, I nearly died here myself. Wait, I did die for a moment, didn't I? Dum dum dum. What's under my pillow? Nothing. Band. Use. Nope. I was going to tuck that under the pillow and say, see you later, alligator. It has still been 10:10. Ah, yes. They are stuck. Or maybe time is standing still. Gloves. Take some. Take a lot of gloves. Why not? I'm crazy after all. Gloves! Look at them! A bunch of them! I have no idea how to use them, but that's okay. I have them anyway. Whoop! Whoop! I want to go back in there. I want to go back in! I need to go to the sink. Turn the tap off. It's not running. Turn on cold. Use the gloves. Use the band. Interesting. Turn hot. Ha. Turn tap off. I have no idea what this is gonna do for me, but you know, turn on the hot. Let's put the gloves in there. Nope. Can I grab one glove? Maybe have separate gloves. Multiple gloves? Yes. I want to use my glove with water. Okay, never mind. So I've got a bunch of gloves and a glove. Drugs from patients inside room 2. I guess that's me. And a lot of sedatives. Stuff they're giving me could knock out a horse. And give it a headache for a week too. Can also cause hallucinations and paranoia. That bizarre. Why would they want to give me all that? I'm not crazy. I know that for sure. If anyone's crazy here, it's someone who put me on all this medication for no good medical reason. Very interesting. Stop infection in its tracks. Every patient contacts need clean hands. Says the chart. Chrysanthemums? That was a... I don't know how to spell chrysanthemums, but I don't think that's correct. I don't like flowers, especially chrysanthemums. I don't care what they smell like. Okay, that's fine. Well, it's been a little bit of time, so I think we're gonna end it right here outside of my crazy room. Do a little dance. Do. Yeah, there's a lot of strange and interesting developments going on, so I'm really lost, but that's probably the whole point of the game, is to keep you lost the entire time through. So we will continue this next time. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time.